The deity, Selune, has been captured by a mysterious villain, trying to control all the lycanthrope in the Forgotten Realms. Brando Morn, a bard, has reached out to his fellow entertainer, Vincefield. Vincefield knows he cannot do this alone, so after a few years of traveling, he is reunited with Gelsira and Ari in the high forest north of Silverymoon. Listen to see if the heroes can defeat the werebeasts and rescue Selune before darkness falls over the realm. Welcome to Some Would Play, featuring Matt.
Hello, I'm playing Ari Futan, a monk warlock.
And Daphne.
I'm Daphne, and I play Gelsira Venfire, who is a halfling druid.
And Justin.
Hello, I am playing a half-elf bard named Vincefield.
And I'm Deborah, your dungeon master, back to hurt the players again. All right. Do we have any minutes?
Yeah. So, in the last episode, we're kicking it. Still in the camp, about to head to the mountains. Jelly gets some rations from the quartermaster. Vince was like, no thanks, and I don't need food. So, it's all good. It's baked goods, which is weird because, it's an army camp. So what are they doing baking goods? That's strange, but she ate one and it didn't seem to kill her. The mountains, they're about 7 miles away. We're going to go to the foot of them, whatever. Jelly turns us into clouds. Finally, it happens. It was magical. We're all magical. Super fast. Boom, boom. Get to the mountains.
Dash.
Ari and Vince kind of fuck around trying to look about the mountains. Jelly finds a good spot that we should probably land. So we do that. There's like a cave with no vegetation. Jelly senses some magic inside there. Magic items. Vince sends a spider in. It gets rolled up and sent back out. Ari goes invisible. Gets inside the cave. Looks around. Not seeing much of shit. Gets a weird thing on his shoulder, even though he's invisible. Good times. Back wall smooth. The little fairy dragon's on his shoulder. He grabs the fairy dragon because, he's like, what the fuck is going on here? It's Mr. Dragon!
Yeah,
Our
Mr. Dragon!
Super good friend now. We're best friends with Mr. Dragon. Ari teaches him the fist bump. Get back out. Meet with Jelly and Vince. Jelly hooks up with the baklava. Mr. Dragon is fucking enamored. He's all about the fucking baklava. He's in it. He wants it. He starts fucking talking. We go back in the cave. More baklava. He starts handing Jelly items. Let's go. She's getting an onyx dog, a fucking wand, and a fucking staff. Thunder and lightning and shit. I was hoping that could go on for 20 more minutes of him just continuing to give you stuff for baklava. That was going to be great, but then he kind of passed out in a food coma. Anyway, as we're about to leave, he pops back up. He's like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you need to get out to the north and the trees and the sprites, and they'll know shit about the witch. I don't know. So we're going to do that, but we should definitely not make sound while going to see the sprites, so we can't find them if we're making noise. But I think we're maybe going to take a short rest. And I think that's where we left off at the end of the last episode of Someone.
So you guys are standing in this long cave.
No. Fairy dragon shit. Mr.
It is
Dragon.
now dark again because the dragon has gone back in his hoard. Yep. And there's this, that it's blue. You can't see that it's blue because it's dark again. Acid falling down to the back of the cave.
Slowly filling the cave. Oh shit, we're going to die.
No, I already said there was a little crack on the floor. A little crack at the bottom that it's draining down into.
Hell yeah.
Where's the source? Like, what causes acid to fall? Like waterfalls?
Magic, dog.
Okay, that checks out.
It's a fantasy realm.
How dare I ask
little
these
fairy dragon
questions?
cave. Come on.
Some plants up top are poisonous. They seep down into the soil. It's acidic. It turns into acid. Pools, crystals form. They're evil. Whole thing.
Good times.
So you guys are standing in a dark cave.
Dope. Let's head back towards the exit and maybe take a rest in the magnificent.
Well, no, I can only cast that once today, and if we're taking a short rest,
All right, well, never mind. Let's go set up a tent.
if we're taking a short rest, it's like 10 minutes.
I thought like a short rest was like 4 hours and a long rest was like 8.
I don't know if we need to take a short rest.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm okay.
Okay.
You guys are all talking about this as you're walking down the cave.
I'm good to go.
Finally get to
assault.
the entrance.
we
You
gotta go
guys
find the
see that
Sprites.
it's like 4:30ish
in the morning.
in the afternoon.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we should just keep going while we have this momentum.
Yeah, go see the Sprites.
Mm-hmm. I asked Cedric to fly ahead a little bit just to see if he sees any danger or anything we should be aware of.
I forgot he was.
Cedric's always with me.
He's dead from the acid now, though.
I gave him to you, and then I kept forgetting he ever existed.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this. Okay. He flies ahead, and basically it's just trees and then like little fields and some trees. And
I'm like, Cedric, do you see any sprites?
what's a sprite?
A fairy?
It's like a drink.
Are they like little butterflies?
Mm-hmm.
Are they good to eat?
Yes. Yes.
No, they're not good to eat.
Oh. Well, either way, no, I don't see any fluttering things. If you see a few bugs, and then you hear him like in the back of your head chomping on some bugs that he found.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Cedric.
What do you got, Jelly?
Cedric found some bugs.
Nice. Were they delicious?
All of you roll an insight.
10.
20.
10.
So, Vince, you remember that the last thing that the fairy dragon was talking about was going north into the trees and then to the left.
I mean, I
Well,
definitely
You
did.
go north, go into the middle, then go left.
Yes. Yep. Go in the middle.
And being quiet.
North.
Pass without.
And you got to be quiet.
Hey, Ari, do you think you can help? You can help us pass without trace?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll make it happen.
All of you roll for insight.
14.
22.
16.
Gelsira and Ari, you guys remember that back at camp, on the south was trees in town, and the west was fields, and the east was the trees and land, and then mountains, and in the north was the big forest.
I don't remember anything, just because I cannot possibly remember any of that. So we need to
Well,
head north
just
into the
did.
trees. That much I know.
Right.
So that's what Mr. Dragon said, and he wouldn't lie to us. He's our best friend. So we're going north into the trees, gonna find a left at some point, and find some goddamn Sprites.
Okay.
Or we'll not find Sprites for 1 hour, and then we'll try again next time. Right? We gotta go north into the trees, right?
Yes.
What are we
Yeah,
not-
we got to
I don't
go
know. I'm
north
second-
and into the middle
Yeah, the middle.
and then left.
Yeah, and then left.
So I'd assume if we're heading north, when we get there, that's going to be
North is north.
the front.
Yeah.
I'm second guessing myself now.
Don't listen to the tricks.
I'm not tricking you. I'm literally giving you everything you need.
Mr. Dragon told us what to do. North
Yes.
into the trees, to the left. Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Head north. Pass without trace. Boom.
Okay, you guys head north,
Into the tree.
and it takes you about 45 minutes to get up to the tree line, like where it's like the dense actual forest, not just, trees randomly everywhere. And you look to the west, and the trees butt up to just basically walls of rock coming straight up where they meet the mountains. And you look to the left, or you look east, and it's just like a line of trees just headed all the way down east back towards camp. And it just looks like a big solid line of trees. It looks like very dense undergrowth from everything that you guys can see. There's no animal trails, no real obvious, like, here's how you enter the woods.
Should we just go into the woods?
Quietly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's continue heading into the woods. See what we see.
It's really hard going into the woods because, again, dense underbrush. You guys are being scratched up by thorns and brambles.
I
And
mean, I'm sturdy.
you're sturdy, but you're still getting little pricks here. Poor Gelsira, like the brush is like up to her chin.
What did Mr. Dragon tell us to do?
So go into the trees. That's where the Sprites are.
Go to the middle and go left and to not make a sound.
Let's go left.
Okay.
We go left.
And you start going through, and even with your pass without trace, there's still some sound because it's just so There's so much brush and
Mm.
undergrowth and everything and leaves and sticks. I mean, it's just like, it's so dense that it's impossible not to make any sort of sound. It doesn't make a lot of sound.
All right, let's get back out of the brush and then just go left, whatever.
All right, so you guys leave the forest. You start just following the tree line,
Uh-huh.
going and going and going. And they're starting to be like, oh my gosh, there is just no end to this. How long do you guys want to walk until you
Halfway.
Till I die.
die?
Halfway in.
Yep, just gonna keep walking until I'm dead. Maybe I'll
You guys
find
actually
Selune, maybe I
walk.
won't.
For almost 2 hours. It's just weird. It's just dense. No real way in, And then you come up, you recognize that you're now on the north end of that big clearing where the contingent is, where the
Mhm.
soldiers were and stuff. Now they're to the south, but you're following this. And then all of a sudden, on your right in the trees, there's a big opening in the trees with this very well-worn path, big enough for about one cart, maybe a wagon, to actually go into the trees.
I just started walking down that path.
Yep, going down
Yeah.
the path.
Roll a d20.
I'd like to go stealthily. More intentionally to
What am I rolling for?
just
Dexterity.
not make sound.
21.
22.
What'd you roll, Ari?
21.
What'd you roll, Gelsira?
22.
38. 42.
As you're walking,
Mhm.
you both stop all of a sudden because you see it looks like part of the path is actually like collapsed in on itself. But at the bottom also looks like there's things jutting up, very just like sharp rocks or something. And it's a good like 20 feet. Ari probably would have been
I
just
can
fine with
fly.
slow fall. Just shut up. Would not have been pleasant for Gelsira, but you see it in time, so you stop.
Vince, you die.
Vince, I need you to roll a d20.
9.
What order were you all walking in?
I think I went first. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so you
followed.
would have been first.
I spoke up last.
So Vince, you're like looking around, you're trying to be all stealthy and stuff. And so you don't actually see Gelsira right in front of you and until you
no.
bumped into her
Nice knowing you,
and she falls
Gelsira.
forward.
I tried to
Ari-
grab her.
Yeah, roll for dexterity.
22.
And as she's like almost horizontal, you're able to like grab
Nice.
her pack and pull her back up.
Ooh, thanks, Ari.
You got it.
And
And-
on either side of this path is like at least a little bit of clearing. I mean, there's still brush and stuff, but enough that you guys could actually go around this pit.
Should we do a little pass without trace again now?
I think we should.
'Cause it definitely wears off after an hour.
Mm-hmm. I'll look down into the pit just to see if there's anything of import down there.
Pass
Roll for perception.
without trace.
Oof. 5.
You don't really see anything.
Okay.
How wide is the path with the pit? How wide is the pit?
The pit is as wide as path,
And the path is how wide?
about wide enough for a wagon
10 feet?
ish. Yeah. 10, 12 feet.
You guys fly?
No.
Okay. You guys should go around the pit. I'm going to fly over it.
I do that. I walk around it.
And they're
Thanks.
going to stay within 30 feet of me because easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And as you walk forward,
I'm constantly looking around for sprites. I just
You
want to
don't see
say
any.
that I'm definitely paying attention. I'm on a mission.
everybody roll for perception.
Finding sprites. 16.
Ooh,
26.
I rolled a nat 20.
Fuck yeah.
23.
So
Nice.
40.
It's been a while since that's happened.
All of you.
Now it's
As
only
you're
going to happen.
walking-
That's it. Just 20s all
We're
night.
told like make sure you pay attention to the left, right?
Yeah.
So left, right?
Yeah. We're looking everything left, right, huh? Yeah.
You're going to hate yourself when you're editing.
I see it all.
Just because you've lived with me for
Ultimate
11 years.
perception.
Been married to me for 11 years.
Is there a perception feat? I'm going to pick that up.
You all
Kinda.
see that
Constant 20s.
there is another path that splits off towards the left from this one. It's a little bit narrower, enough for like a wheelbarrow or like a horse could go on it, but not a full size cart. So maybe more like 7, 8, maybe like 7 feet or 6, 7 feet.
Sure.
There we go. Heading off to the left, you can't see very far. It gets pretty dim pretty quickly.
You guys want to head down this path?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Down.
Let's go down this path.
No time like the present.
Yeah. Fortune favors the bold.
Cliche things.
And other bullshit sayings. You guys walk for about another 15 minutes. And as you're walking, it just gets darker and darker.
So a
and
pleasant
darker.
stroll.
Yes, very pleasant. And in fact, you stop hearing any birds. You stop hearing any animals. At least by the entrance, you had heard just like normal.
Man, if we weren't supposed to be silent, we could have the bard playing like a strolling tune. It
Maybe
seems
on our
like
way
a
out.
yeah, on our way out. Yes.
Some standard BGM.
We're just missing out on like, the delightfulness we could be having. with a
Vince,
bard.
do you have dark vision?
Low light.
You have low light? Okay.
Well, let me double check that.
Like, what do you have?
Oh, no, I have dark vision.
Because I knew you were half elf, so.
I cast River Styx.
But it gets darker. You can still see about 30 feet in front of you in some black and white. But things are getting darker. And then it almost seems like the path abruptly stops.
Yeah, paths do that.
And there's this giant tree. Like those big red sequoias that like you can't get your arms around, like multiple people. It's like one of those is just right, boom. That's where this path ends, is at this tree.
I look around the tree. Do I see sprites? Do I
I-
see anything with my
No.
eyeballs?
I
I'm blind?
I put my hand on the tree.
Guys, I'm blind.
You're not blind. You know what? I'm going to throw something at you.
I feel like Stormy on C-Lab. I'm blind.
I put my hand on the tree.
You feel a tree.
I look up.
Are you blind too? Do you see anything?
You see lots of branches, leaves.
I asked Cedric.
These are very big leaves.
I asked Cedric to fly up in the tree and perch on a branch and see if he sees anything.
He flies up and he goes, "This is a good tree." And he perches on a branch. These are nice branches. I could build a nice nest here.
You should build a nest.
Can I live in this tree?
Oh, let
I
him
mean-
live in the tree.
I mean, if you live there, that means he won't be with me anymore.
Worth it. Stay in the tree.
I will keep this tree in mind.
Maybe is your retirement home.
Yeah. When we're done adventuring, I'll come back to this tree. This is a nice tree.
Do you see anything like out of the ordinary?
Nope.
Hmm.
Where are all the mice? Usually around nice trees like this, there's some mice or some rodents or something to eat. I don't see any.
I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts. Is there anything besides me and my compatriots within 60 feet of me that are able to think?
No.
Okay. There's nothing here, guys.
Let's go back. Let's just go save Selune. Fuck these sprites.
Well,
So is this where the path ends?
Yep, that's it. End of the road.
Or is it just that, like, the tree's in the middle of the path and then we can just keep going?
This is pretty much where the path ends on this. So, like, your original path you were on, that had still kept going forward. This one's split off.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just head back.
Okay, so you all head back
To the soldiers, yes.
to the soldiers or the main path?
All the way back, we're done.
What?
We give up on the sprites.
No, I think we should keep on the main path.
We
wait.
should keep trying the main path.
All right, I want the path to be to my back, looking at the tree, and look dead left.
Okay, hold on. Your back is to...
So, like, the path we walked up on, so I'm looking at the tree now in front,
The giant
Okay.
dead end tree.
and now I want to look directly to the left.
Okay.
Trees.
Anything?
See trees.
Oh shit! You can see. I didn't see anything. I'm blind.
I married you.
Guys, I'm blind. Help me out.
Gosh.
Someone hold my hand.
You're not blind.
I looked around and I can't see anything. All right, let's head back down this path to the main path. Turn left onto the main path. Head back north. Do we see any more left paths? We
So
pay attention.
You walk for about another 10 minutes, and then you do see another path going off to the left.
Do you guys want to go find another dead end tree?
Why not?
Walk to the
Okay?
head down
As
the path.
silently as possible.
And you
Super
still have
quiet.
pass without trace going on,
Sure
right?
do.
Okay. Just check.
Super quiet.
Super
crazy
quiet.
Eldritch
This path,
blast.
this path goes on a little bit longer. You go about 25 minutes down, and everybody roll for perception.
21.
14.
8.
Roll for Cedric.
Ooh, what is this?
He's dead.
He's not dead.
He nested in that tree. He lives there now.
You've had like one drink.
He's having baby Cedrics.
What?
I don't make the rules about owl reproduction. They just happen.
Obviously.
Is this a oh, actually this is pretty good. Okay.
He's an owl. They're wise.
Is this on hearing or sight perception?
Sight.
Nice, I have advantage. It's +3. Okay, so 15, 16.
Okay, Ari, what had you rolled?
14.
Okay.
52.
21.
So Cedric, and I heard you, Vince.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I heard you. I just want to make sure you knew you were acknowledged.
Thank you.
I'm acknowledging you. You are a person. You're allowed to take up space.
No.
Cedric is kind of hovering, flying. You know, the branches start up high enough for him to kind of float along with you guys. And Gelsire, all of a sudden, you get some thoughts from him going, what are those? What's that? In the trees. What's all this?
What's what?
Look at these tiny lights. And Vince, you are already looking up. And in the canopy in the trees, you actually see little lights. Very, very dim. But little points. And you see not just branches, but it looks like there's things maybe built on the branches and hooked onto the trees. Like there's something up there.
And, I want to take my mage hand and tap them on the shoulders. And then when they turn and look at me, just go.
I look up.
Roll for perception.
18.
And Gelsira, when you look up, so you've already gotten the hint from Cedric, so he's able to really point it out to you, and you start seeing little tiny lights. And Ari, when you look up, you start seeing little tiny lights, and looks like there might be some things up in the trees, kind of built, but they're pretty high up there, so you can't really like make out anything in particular. But there's definitely something up there,
Should we climb the tree?
and they're kind of like all in the canopy, not just like one tree. It's like on both sides.
Sure. So any tree, should we climb it? You think these are the sprites?
I think so. How do we get their attention?
I would say, could I do a knowledge nature or arcana check to see if maybe with my legend lore spell, with all the times I was making songs, see if I can like recall anything?
You can roll a nature.
Nature?
I use my breath
Ooh,
weapon
9.
on the trees.
So you do know that you want to be careful because sprites are not like pixies. You know, pixies are about having fun, kind of tricksters kind of thing. But sprites are more warrior-like. And so even though sprites are probably really small, they might be ready for intruders.
Should we climb a tree?
I don't like the idea of climbing a tree and then having to do combat while in trees.
Should I just fly up and talk to them with my wings?
I don't think that's a good idea either.
Should we just burn this forest down?
I think, honestly, if we're going to do anything, I think just shouting up like, hello.
You do it.
Can
you polymorph into a sprite? Go be one with them. Earn their trust. Live in their ways for a few years.
I don't think you can. I'd have to.
I mean, Selune will be dead, but that's okay.
I could summon some fake creatures.
Some sprites?
Sprites are fake creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are?
All right, we'll summon
Yeah.
some sprites and go have them talk to the other sprites and get them to come talk
They are
to us.
tiny fae.
I got to make sure I summon the right kind, though. I probably don't want to summon the ancient race of cursed traitorous fae.
Those,
Not the
those are
Darklings.
ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe some Darklings or some maybe a Dryad.
Or a sprite,
Oh,
yeah?
here we go. Fae spirits normally linked to trees.
I'll say dryads are usually.
Here we go. Dryads have the power to enchant and befuddle the minds of mortals, teleport between trees, and communicate with beasts and plants. So I think if I summon a Dryad, I could have the Dryad kind of act as a mediator or an advocate between us and the sprites.
Go for it. Summon Dryad.
Okay, what do you think, Vince?
I say let's give it a go.
Okay, so I cast Conjure Fae, and I like
Okay.
to conjure a Dryad.
So are there any verbal components to this?
Yes.
Just a yip, yip, yeehaw.
Well, no, I was going to say, so you start speaking in Sylvan. Do you know Sylvan?
I know all languages.
Oh, yeah. So you understand her. Do you know Sylvan?
No.
So you hear Gelsira start speaking in a very wispy, kind of musical type language. but you don't know what she's saying. Ari, you know that she is summoning a dryad. And you all see on the left from one of the trees, the tree starts glowing, and then the form of a beautiful woman starts coming out. But her face is like really elongated. Her eyes are like super long. Everything's just kind of very elongated in her features. Her fingers are more like twigs on the end of her hands.
Gross.
What? Did you say gross?
Yeah.
And it looks like she has a dress on, but the dress is actually almost like a part of her skin and almost mimics the up and down patterns of like tree bark. And she's just like a mottled green gray. And then she whispers to you in Sylvan, you know, what can I be of service and help to you in these troubled times?
Hey, Mrs. Dryad. So there's some sprites up there and we want to talk to them, but we feel like we want to be very careful with how we approach them because we don't want them to think that we're here to do them harm.
That is very wise.
So we thought maybe you could be of assistance.
Perhaps. What is it that you want of me?
Do you think that you could act as a mediator between us and them? Like maybe you could approach them and make yourself known and gain their trust and tell them that you have friends that want to talk to them and that we mean them no harm.
How will they know that you are friends?
Well, my friend Nee, she used to call me Aracor, which means protector of the forest.
I shall relay this message to them.
Okay.
We can rub grass on ourselves if that helps.
And she backs up, but does one of the little glidey
hey,
things.
Mrs. Dryad, maybe tell them that
married now?
we want to help Selune.
And she pauses, and you actually see there's like a light kind of glowing from within her. And at the mention of Selune, it kind of flickers a little bit. And then she just nods.
Okay.
And then goes back into the tree, and you see where she enters the tree is again glowing, and the glow then shoots up into the treetops, and you see almost like it disperse out among the treetops.
Oh shit, she died.
She's not dead.
Ari starts making a little tombstone for her in the grass, twigs and shit.
I just roll my eyes and shake my head.
And you guys sit there for a good 5 minutes.
Ari's just constructing a memorial.
Yep. As Ari is making this little tomb
Little mound.
thing. And then all of a sudden you see all the little twinkling lights just all go out at once.
Oh, I gotta make a lot more tombstone mounds.
And everybody roll for perception.
23.
16.
20.
And you all see that in the blink of an eye, you're all of a sudden surrounded. There's 6 little sprites hovering in air about Vince's head height. Because I'm
Okay.
imagining Ari's probably much taller than you.
I'm 40 feet tall. Godzilla.
You're not. You're 6'7".
Godzilla.
I remember I just listened to an episode where you said that. Vince, how tall are you?
About 6 foot.
Okay, so yeah, Ari's a little bit taller than you, but you've got poor Gelsira who's at your guys' belt width,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
everywhere. So it's more of your guys' head height. And 5 of them have these tiny little bows, and they're all knocked with arrows. And then one of them comes up, and in Sylvan says, "Who is the one that sent the dryad?"
In Sylvan, I respond.
I point at her.
I responded to Sylvan that it was me.
The dryad said something about you being able to save Selune. Is this true?
Well, that's what we're working. That's our goal. We definitely can, but we need help. We need help.
Information.
Yeah.
Or help.
Well, we can't leave this area
Cool.
We talked
due to the magic of the witch.
Where's the witch?
Well, so the witch
We can't live here. We can't leave here.
Well, we want to get rid of the witch.
She has placed a vile, vile curse on this forest.
Do you know Mr. Dragon?
Who?
Oh, never mind.
Mr. Dragon, the fairy dragon. He's the best.
Oh, you mean Tom?
Tom,
Yeah, he likes
Mr.
to think
Dragon.
he's great. He's not that great.
he was pretty great when we met him. Mr. Dragon.
Did you feed him?
Yeah.
Ugh, you'll never get rid of him now.
That sounds awesome.
Well, Tom sent us to you.
Now we'll have to kill him. And he kind of sighs and he looks over at one of the fairies, does a little nod head, little sprites, does a little nod head, and one of the sprites flickers off.
They can't leave here because of the magic witch curse.
Right. You don't know what he's doing.
Tom's
So how can we? So what can we do to go after the witch?
Where is the witch?
How do we know you're really allies?
We're going to kill the witch, not you.
How do we
We're
know this
asking
isn't a
you.
trick?
What would the trick be? Like if you were trying to trick you, what would be the trick?
Because the witch has said that we weren't allowed to speak to anybody on pain of death.
Are you dead?
You never know when it can come.
I see. Convenient. I mean, I don't know. What do you want? You want me to rub some grass on myself? That's how you know I'm one with the forest.
And you guys see a little light show up in the tree that the dryad had gone back in. And the dryad actually then comes back out. Poor Vince, you're just like sitting there like.
So I'm just like,
Do you have
say?
remove curse?
I looked. when she said curse, I instantly was like spell list.
What do I have?
Yeah.
Do I have remove curse?
And the dryad comes out and starts speaking in Sylvan. I'm so sorry, Vince.
Hey,
They're
it is
fae.
what
That's
it
what
is.
they do. Yeah. And she says, "You can trust these. I can see into their hearts, and they are trustworthy." The little sprite kind of gives you a look, and then he puts waves his hand, and all the rest of the sprites put down their little arrows. And he says, "How do you propose to kill the witch?"
I mean, we have some pretty powerful.
I'm pretty good at punching and stabbing.
If you can ever get near her enough,
Oh,
she'll be able to hit her.
I can also teleport, so that's helpful.
I can turn into a cloud.
And I'm really
Actually
fast.
know where she is.
Well, that's what we need your help with.
One thing you have to consider with the witch is that your eyes may tell her she's in one spot, but she may not actually be there.
Hmm.
She's illusory?
She has powerful, powerful magic.
Indeed. Where is she? And is it a she?
It is a she.
Okay.
From what we understand, it is a she.
Oh, you've seen her do the nasty?
That's just as far as we know.
Oh, all right, peepers. So which way's the witch?
What's wrong with you?
Where's the witch?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Pause.
Which witch?
Watching her every time she like says something and I open up a spell. She's like, "Oh, let me change my words real quick." Kind of like when at first she said we can't leave here because the witch did it. I instantly opened up Dispel Magic. She's like, "With a curse." I'm like, Okay, so we're having some screen watching here.
I just rubbed his belly for a minute and he's back to sleep. So
And we're back. We cast Murder Witch Bolt, which I have, and I cast Witch Bolt and it kills witches.
It's actually very effective at that.
you don't have that spell.
I do have Witch Bolt.
I have that spell too.
I have Witch Bolt.
Don't encourage him.
I do, though. It's a Warlock spell. Witch Bolt.
It's only level 1.
Kills witches. Clean.
First
Hold
level.
on, I got some of my.
It's like raid for witches.
Okay.
Kills them dead.
So you guys are standing within this circle of sprites who have just put down their arrows.
And are about to tell us where the witch is.
So if we could, we would go and attack her, but we can't. So head back down the path and just continue north.
Is that where she's at?
Continue north. Do not get distracted by any other paths that you may come across. No matter what you may see or hear or anything or feel, no matter how certain you are, just
Taste.
keep north on the wide path.
Okay. And then that's it?
And you will find her.
Okay.
It'll be pretty obvious.
You guys want some baklava?
Baklava.
That word I knew.
Yeah, all of a sudden Vince here. Baklava?
Jelly, give him some baklava.
Here you go. If you want it.
And he takes it. He takes a little taste of it. And then all of a sudden, his eyes get real big. He's like, do you have any more of this?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to take some back to my family.
Oh, okay. Well, how many people are in your family?
16.
I give him 32 pieces.
How big are these pieces?
Sprite sized.
Probably like the size of like
Like an acorn?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, probably a little bit bigger than that.
Like a cheese cube.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a little cheese cube. So all of a sudden now you've got these sprites who are all holding, like, they all look like very fresh. They got like war paint on their faces and their like hair is pulled back. Look very ferocious little sprites holding like these little cubes of baklava. I'm looking around. They're like, yeah, just go north. Don't get distracted by anything else. And really make sure you guard your minds.
Guard our minds?
Yes.
My mind is always guarded.
Like, she can read our thoughts?
No, but she can influence them.
Mm.
And then they fly up with the baklava and up into the trees.
Okay, well, but thank you, Sprites.
And then you
Thanks.
see little, by ones and twos here and there, the little lights coming back on in the canopy.
Hey, thanks, Dryad, for helping us. Do you want to stay with us for an hour?
I as well cannot leave this grove.
Oh.
Everyone, once the sorceress had entered the forest, wherever anyone was, that's where they had to stay.
Okay, well, all right. Well, I'll see you again, maybe.
I will see you some other time.
Okay.
And she fades back into the tree, and the light fades out.
All right, well, let's just keep going north. And did you hear what she said about guarding your thoughts?
Vince didn't understand any of that.
Oh, okay, so Vince. So I say in common now. Okay, so the sprites told us that the witch is north,
Okay.
and we just have to just stay on the path. And there are going to be other paths, but we want to ignore those paths.
Do we know specifically where the witch is?
No, but they said that we'll know when we get there.
Okay.
And to guard our minds.
Yeah, so it's super important.
And gird our loins.
So the witch can influence thoughts.
Always important.
So we're going to have to guard our minds. And if you have any spells that you think could help, then...
I just might.
I'm able
Not
to use my
yet.
action to end a status effect. It's causing charmed or frightened. I cast Kill Witch. It's got a radius of 30 miles.
I just want this to be a
Fortunately, it
blanket
kills all
statement
witches.
Okay.
until I take another action. Like another action. I just want to continuously be casting counter charm on
Okay.
me, and then all my allies within 30 feet of me have advantage from being frightened or charmed.
Okay.
Saving throws now.
Rolling 4 times.
Yeah.
Don't think that's how it works here.
It's just
I'll
something.
just get some extra D20s out here. Here we go.
Well, it just says, okay. It doesn't give me a limit on how many times I can do that.
Let's go, champ.
Just says
All right,
as
back
an
to the
action.
main.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's go back to the north path.
Mm-hmm.
Head north.
You start heading north,
Always paying attention and looking around.
and you see as you head north, the air becomes a little cooler,
Nice.
a little denser.
Oh, yeah.
Some mist starts forming in around you. It's just regular mist.
Smoke bomb.
But it is getting harder to kind of tell, like, where are the trees and where is the opening down the path. And,
Oh, wait, I've got something for this.
you know, it's got a little bit of a making it hard to see. So do you have something for this?
Yeah, I've got a wind fan. Gonna use it to make a gust of wind to clear out this fog.
Oh. I just pictured like a handheld fan. And I was like, great.
It's a wondrous item.
Okay. So you're
So
an
you-
airbender.
Yeah, right. So you pull out your fan, snap it open, and do a little swoop. And it sends a gentle gust of wind that pushes the fog.
A line of strong wind is what gust of wind is. 60 feet long, 10 feet wide.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, it makes a very nice path down the path into this fog. You said 10 feet wide, 60 feet long.
Yes.
And it kind of pushes a lot of the fog. So now the fog just has kind of dissipated back. Really past where you can see.
Keep heading down that way.
You keep heading down. Gelsira, I need you to roll a d20 for perception.
22.
Okay, as you're walking, you notice off towards the northeast is a path that goes off, same about 10 feet wide, looks like just like the trail that you're on. But when you look down it, you actually see what looks like something hanging from a tree, probably about 60 feet down. So you can't make it out very well, but it looks like something hanging from a tree.
As intrigued by it as I am by this, I remember what the sprites told us about just stay in the path.
I know, he's got counterspell going on.
So
you just see it.
Gust,
It's
gust of
counter
wind
charm, yeah.
lasts up to a minute, by the way, so we can continue walking forward.
Oh,
and I
okay.
can be moving
So you guys
faster.
continue walking, and like the fog is just like parting, like the sea ahead of you.
I pretend like, or I don't know if I take my arms, I do like this. I pretend like I'm the one doing it. And I'm like, I want the witch to think that I'm powerful.
And eventually, yeah, I'm just not going to mess with that. God darn it. And your whatever.
Counter charm.
Counter charm.
That's it, because I'm a half elf.
Will you stop doing that?
Fanning myself
That's
with my wind fan.
Sure. You guys eventually get to the path actually ends, the mist
Bard.
parts, and you see the path ends at a little clearing. And at the back of the clearing is another giant tree, kind of like the one you saw earlier. But hanging from this tree is a woman in a white dress. And it looks like she's got really long white hair that's all tangled up. And she's actually hanging. It looks like she's hanging from her hair tangled up in the tree branches. She doesn't look awake. She's hanging very limp.
Oh, I remember what Mr. Dragon said.
And everybody roll for perception.
Oof, 10.
28.
14.
Vince, you can tell that she is still alive.
Okay. I want to point up, cast healing word.
It doesn't do anything.
You
Well.
said she's hanging by her hair?
Mm-hmm. Like she's got these long tendrils of hair that are just like almost shooting out from her head and tangled up in the branches. It's like fanned out.
Does anybody
all
have
among the
scissors?
branches.
Hmm.
And she's probably about a good 40 feet up in the air.
Well, I can fly. You want me to fly up there and cut her down? She's probably the witch.
Everybody roll for perception.
13.
13.
8.
Ari and Vince, you guys hear a rustling from your guys' left. And all of a sudden out pops 4 jackal wares.
Am I familiar with what those are?
I don't know, are you?
Well, I'm asking.
Roll for insight.
I know all animals everywhere. I have
No.
encyclopedic knowledge
6.
of all animals.
Okay, it looks like 4 jackals have popped out of the brush towards your left, and they are all snarling at you.
How's the light situation here?
It is pretty dark.
Pretty dark. Dope.
Give me a second. Sorry, I can't.
Time to have some fun. Spelly bell bells.
There we go. Thank you. And they're all snarling, and all of a sudden they all stand up, and they are now all standing on their feet.
Do they appear to be hostile?
Very.
Do you guys mind if I take this one?
Go for it.
I'd say state your intentions or see what I have prepared.
They all start rushing you.
Power word kill.
And that just kills them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is the hard part about playing a rogue all the time, where I have like 0 magic, because like I really don't know.
Well, actually, not. They don't just die. Do they have 200 or less HP?
Yes.
Then they're dead.
Okay.
Well,
yes.
one is dead. It just instantly dies.
So the front one all of a sudden stops, yelps, and then falls, and kind of, because he's got some momentum going.
Mhm.
So he falls and his head goes forward, and he kind of rolls a couple times before he just like falls prone and just stops.
Mm-hmm.
When the other ones see this, because it's just one at a time, right?
Yep. So boom. And then I just want to instantly point at the next closest one. Kind of tilt my head.
And he actually snarls at you and then begins to rush you.
Power word kill. And then that's where I go. I just kind of look back at my compatriots here and be like, I only had 2 of those.
And he also does a little tumble, falls prone, and dies, but this one dies very silently. No yelps from him.
No fun.
Can I shadow step next to one and stab its life out?
Everybody roll for initiative.
I recently found out something.
What?
With the Jack of all trades feat that bards get. It says that you get to add half your proficiency modifier to any skill check. Initiative counts as a skill check.
Nice.
Right?
11.
1.
Well done.
19.
Why do I roll so bad?
23. Sorry. So I forgot to add my dex.
Did you say you're 23?
Yes.
What are you, Ari?
11.
Really?
I'm 11 years old, yes.
Man, what'd you roll?
Like, not 11.
Well, yeah, because... Oh, my goodness. Okay.
For the record, I just murdered. I've been waiting this whole campaign to just be like, "You're dead. You're dead." Anyone else want to keep talking about crap?
All right, Vince, it's your turn. You've got 2 jackal wares
Killing
snarling
word.
at you, about to come at you.
All right. Well, the next one then I go.
Killing bird.
Well, scroll please. All right.
It says, what does that mean?
The next one then I go. All right. You were warned, and I look at another one, and I want to cast power word stun. Do they have 150 HP or less? Yeah. So they have more than 150?
No, they have less.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you said or less.
Uh-huh.
All I heard was 150.
Gotcha.
Stop
All right.
it.
So what happens initially is it just becomes stunned
Stunning.
and cannot react. But at the beginning of each of their turns, they can make a con saving throw. And on a successful save, the stunning effect ends. But until then, that one is stunned.
Okay, that one is stunned.
Get up, guys.
All right. So that one is stunned, but the other jackalware is not stunned and continues to go after you. It finally makes it to you.
Wow.
Let's go.
And he goes in
Nat 20.
with a bite attack.
He's got plate mail on. It's fine.
8.
AC of 50.
For 8. Well, I just dodged that all super cool then.
Like, yeah.
Got an AC of 9.
100.
So he goes to bite you, but misses and then kind of staggers a little bit past you.
Mm-hmm.
And Ari.
Shadow step over to the wolf that's trying to kill Vince. And then attack with Zatoichi.
Nice.
So as you pull out your spirit sword, Zatoichi goes from being the little thing above his shoulder that only you can see, rolls down your arm in a corporal form of a sword, and slices at the jackalware. Roll to hit.
11.
And misses.
Do I have advantage? I think I have advantage on my first attack on a creature when I shadow step. Let me look real quick.
Look it up. So you're not just going to start randomly being like, I think I have this.
I want to be weird and just look at the picture if I could. Is there a picture in Player's Handbook?
Yes, you then have advantage on the first melee attack you make before the end of the turn.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to try
It's like
again.
a werewolf, but a jackal.
Mm-hmm.
That was worse. Never mind.
So you miss. But you do have Zatoichi out now.
Dope. Extra attack.
Okay, as I'll say, you know.
Go to punch the fucking wolf. God damn it. That's unreal. Bonus flurry of blows. Spend a key point.
You got this.
That is much better. 28 to hit.
It hits.
Gross.
I can't.
10 damage. Second blow. That's a nat 20. Let's go, champ.
Uh-oh, double damage.
30 damage.
So where your sword did
Rolled
nothing,
real fucking well that time.
you were really PO'd. You're really pissed off about your sword not hitting him, that you just really go in with some extra fury with those punches and just basically punch his snout all the way into his face.
Yeah,
And it's-
inverted.
Pummel him where you can't even tell where his eyes were or anything. It's just completely decimated. And you're like, pow, pow, pow. And every time you hit, he goes back a little bit more until finally he falls down to the ground dead.
Nice.
Gelsira.
Mm-mm. Well, there's only one left.
Yep, there's the stunned
It's
one.
stunned.
Advantage.
It's making me think. This is making me wonder: are they on Selune's side? Because the lycanthrope werewolves were trying. I don't know.
These dudes are hostile. Take your gun out and shoot it.
Mm.
She pulls out her fucking Desert Eagle.
Actually, I was going to use my bow, the Hephaestus bow.
Ooh, the Hephaestus bow.
So
Hephaestus is the bestest.
Yep, attack rolls against this creature have advantage.
Ooh.
yeah, so I'm going to do that. How far away is it from me?
1 foot.
I mean, is this a short bow? Because
It's a long bow.
oh no, you are too close for a long bow.
Oh, okay. Well, I walk back 20 feet.
Dash back.
yeah.
Dash back, yeah, because you're gonna need to dash more like 40.
Oh,
Because a
well.
longbows, the minimum's 80, right?
Actually, I don't know.
Minimum?
It's 80, 120. I thought.
I thought that was for like regular distance and long distance.
That's what I thought too, but I'm going to look it up to confirm.
I could have been playing wrong, like completely.
Well, I could have been too.
I always thought it was like a min-max.
I don't say they were looking it up right now though. So
Range on a longbow is 150, 600. But what is range?
Like, yeah, because it says range. So to me, that's like the range that you would use it at.
Yeah. to me, like I would think the 150, because the way I've always thought it was is like the 150 is without taking any negatives or anything, but then you
Right.
can go beyond that and have the negatives.
Negatives,
up,
right.
up
Yeah,
to
that's what it
600.
seems like. The first is the weapon's normal range in
Okay.
feet. Like, that's the normal range it could hit at. And the second indicates its long range,
Okay.
where you could maybe pull it off.
Pull Legolas.
Well, I don't want to use my
So you could hit it. You're close enough to hit it. It's within range.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So you could do it.
Okay, I
Shoot its fucking eyes out.
I do it. That's the thing that I do.
Shoot it in the
Okay.
brain. Nat 20 for a brain shot. Do
So
it scared.
this is dexterity as my
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And advantage.
It's my attack bonus.
So
okay.
you got
Yes.
2 shots at a nat 20.
She gets advantage.
He's stunned.
Yes, because he's stunned.
Oh,
You stunned him.
So 18.
I mean, that hits.
Okay.
Can you roll again for the nat 20?
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah. What are you doing? Come on.
No. Okay.
All right.
Come on,
So-
18 was good. Come on.
Where's the shot? Where's the shot?
Yeah, that's about
Advantage.
that's as high
still
as
a
I'm ever gonna
5%
get.
chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
So
stunned
1d8 plus 2,
and stunning in that dress.
7,
The
and then I also get a 1d6 plus
jackal wear.
1d6 plus 2.
How much you put him down?
12 damage.
He's dead.
Not quite.
Extra attack. Second shot with the longbow.
Mm-mm.
Can you knock another arrow
Mm-mm.
real quick? Bang, bang.
Vince, your turn.
All right.
My turn.
I tried.
I just
Dude's still stunned till the end of your turn. Is that how it works?
he's stunned until he passes the check.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. So the one that's up, I'm just very much going to be like, is that really the best you can do? Vicious mockery.
Nice.
Can I get a wisdom check from him? The save is 18.
roll a 1?
He rolled 19.
Okay,
Oof.
that's fine. He just doesn't have disadvantage, but 3.
And he snarls at you and says, "What, bitch?"
He takes 8 damage from vicious mockery, and he has regular attacks since he passed his save.
Wow, that's a lot of damage for just mocking someone.
I know, right?
It's mental damage. You know, you ever get
So you
mocked and
say
like,
it.
go cry for a
Emotional
while?
damage.
And then his face kind of screws up like he's super mad.
Some people kill themselves after getting mocked.
And then his whole body shudders
Critical hit.
and then falls over dead.
Wow, you mocked him to death.
Wow. Yeah, write that up. Vince mocks him to death. Well done.
I need you to all roll a saving throw for dexterity.
And then probably wrap the episode.
Yeah, this will be a good time to wrap it up.
5.
19,
22. Wait, no.
12.
27.
All of you, all of a sudden, from the trees fall these giant weighted nets on each one of you. Don't give me that look. They fall and they capture you. However, Gelsira, you get kind of bonked in the head
Oof.
and you take 5 damage.
From that paper cut earlier. Now I'm starting.
I have a response to this, but you won't let me since we're ending.
And you're all like, whoa, what just happened? You're all kind of struggling a little bit. And then all of a sudden you hear in a voice that sounds like it's coming from all around you. It is a female voice of how dare you enter my domain. I shall punish you for your insolence.
You will try.
I will do. And then you see mist coming into the clearing, like really dense mist. And then it pulls apart. And then there's this big drow woman now in the clearing, standing almost underneath where the woman is, hanging from her hair.
Drow, you say?
Barely know her.
I lost my page. Anyway, but now you see this drow woman glaring menacingly at all of you. Let's see how our players get out of this one at next week's episode of Some Would Play. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Some Would Play, a production of the Outsanity Network. Join us again next week as the adventure continues. Find us online at www.somewouldplay.com and wherever podcasts are. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Some Would Play to never miss an episode. And remember, in real life, you needn't roll for initiative, so just seize it.